Okay, so my audio is screwing up, so let me walk through question 1 again. Okay, with question 1, put it in standard form, ax squared plus bx plus c, that's what I want to see. So I use the parentheses, I take the parentheses and use my distributive property. And as I distribute them, all right, I get negative 2/3 times negative 6x squared. That gets me a 4x to the third. Distribute again, and I get negative 4/3 x. It's in standard form, so we go ahead and name it. It's a cubic because of x to the third, a binomial because of 2 terms. Coefficient of the cubic term is x to the third, that's 4. Coefficient of the quadratic term is x squared. I don't have an x squared, so it's 0. Linear term is x to the first. I have a linear term, which is negative 4/3. And I don't have a constant term. The constant term is 0, or you could say none. And it's like saying the constant term is x to the 0, but because there's nothing there, like I said, it's 0, or you could say none. Same thing with the quadratic term. Now, let's do a little bit of review on some things here. On number 2, letter A, we've got a little bit of mixture going here, so we take it at one step at a time. On this first set, all right, that first term, we've seen parentheses before, multiplied by itself, 4g squared. Then we got some division. 8g squared divided by 2g gives me a 4g. And then I got parentheses, 4g squared minus g. Okay, put it into standard form. And when I put that thing into standard form, I got the g squareds to start off with. There's 4 plus 4 giving me 8. Then I have the constants, the linear terms. 4g minus 1g is 3g. And then I name it. I can name this as a quadratic because of the squared. There are 2 terms, so I say binomial. Letter B. Okay, letter B is a new part for today, okay, where we still get parentheses and we're going to multiply. Now, some of you in prior years, particularly maybe the parochial schools, have heard of the word FOIL. So we're going to FOIL here. If you've not heard about FOIL, who cares? It's just a distributive property. So we're going to take and do a little bit extra multiplication. Follow my arcs. We're going to take 2y times 1y, 2y times 2, and then we're going to come around and distribute the negative 3. So that's all that we're doing. Minus 3y minus 6. Now we put it into standard form by combining like terms. There's only the one quadratic term. There are 2 linear terms. So 4y minus 3y is 1y. And there is 1 constant. Nothing to combine with it. So we end up with a name of a quadratic. And 3 terms is a trinomial. Okay? All right. Let's take a look at... I'm just looking at what C and G are doing here, so I'll come back to that in a second. Let's go down to letter D. Nothing changes from what we did up on letter B. Okay, we're going to take and distribute the 3x times 2x and 3x times negative 2. And then we're going to distribute the negative 3. And then we're going to combine like terms, just like we did. 6x squared. Right here, these 2 linear terms give me negative 12x. And then the constant, there's nothing to combine with it, drops on down. And we end up with another quadratic trinomial.